They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The Eagles had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You look at this Browns defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
60 Maverick.
On 1st down, Hurts. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
A first down carry for Barkley. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The slot man in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. He's to the 15, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Buying time to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Broken. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Call up Yeti. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. King, Phil King. Phil King. Check three. No.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. Call it a gain of a yard. And now third down and 6 to go.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Up the middle with Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a second and 10.
63. Buffalo 18.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On second down, they'll run it here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
Watson on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Watson looks to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Smith catches left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Watson off play action. And that's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 135 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Now back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, 39 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. taken down at the 42. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson rolling to his right. Touchdown, Browns. Jerry Jeudy, 32 yards. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Slot man moves right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. 58, no.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Barkley, inside handoff. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 5. Off of play action, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Hands it off out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. It's Brown. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One last throw here for Watson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game